Well, good amount of morning to you. I am so excited. I got the brand new Henry 12 gauge, and I'm going to take it out to the range today and try out a variety of ammo to see how well it patterns. Coming up on Modern Mountain Man. All right, here's the ammo selection for our test. I grabbed a few different options that were all 12 gauge 3.5 inch. Let me tell you, with the ammo shortage and turkey season being upon us, finding the selection was a task, but shout out to Whitetail Outfitters in Christiansburg, Virginia for having a good enough selection that I was able to grab all this ammo. So we got everything from some TSS stuff. So we got, here's some heavy 18 turkey by hevi-shot, number 9, 2 1/4 ounce, 3.5 inch 12 gauge. Here is some Federal TSS heavyweight, also 12 gauge, 3.5 inch, 2 1/4, number 9. So these two will be comparable TSS shots. Get a little look on the price tag there. Price tag there. Then we get into some of the less expensive kinds. Your Remington 12 gauge 3.5 inch 2 ounce number 6 shot. Here's some more hevi-shot. Once again, get a look at that price tag. We're looking at 12 gauge 3.5 inch 2 1/4 number 5s, and some Kent Ultimate Turkey, also in the neighborhood, number 5s, 2 1/4, 3.5 inch 12 gauge, and there's your price tag, but also for a lot more shells than the other 5 boxes. All right, there's your test class. We're gonna go run to the range and run these through the new Henry and see how they pattern. So we've got those 5 different ammos I showed you earlier. I also showed you the price earlier. I did that for a reason, because the expensive ones, we're only going to shoot them twice. We're going to test at 3 separate ranges. We're going to test at 20, 40, and 60. The expensive ones, we're only going to test at 40 and 60, because if they're good at 40, they should be good at 20. And if they're good at those other 2 ranges, I'm going to want to save them for turkey season. So let's get after it. We're starting out at 20 yards. We're going to start with the Remington Nitro. Here comes the hevi-shot. Now we'll go with the Kent. All right, so here's your Remington Nitro. Looks like a dead turkey to me. The heavy, I think I pulled that one a little bit, but we still have a dead turkey. Decent pattern there. Oh, but dang, that Kent, that turkey is extra dead. All right, we're shooting at 40 yards now. We're gonna start with the Federal TSS. Now we're gonna go with the heavy 18, some of their TSS. Now we're gonna go with the heavy lead shot. The winner of last round, the Kent. The Remington Nitro. So we're shooting at 60 now. This is pretty much the outer limits of where you would ever want to test turkey ammo and shotgun. I'm going to brace it this time. Prior I was standing because I wanted to absorb the recoil by standing, but now I'm making more or less a rifle shot at this distance, so I'm going to brace it up and aim real good. Starting off once again with the Federal TSS. After that first shot with the Federal TSS, not only did we have a dead bird on the one that I aimed it at, but my targets being as close as I had them together, I've got 2 dead birds. So that's a good point of reference in terms of the pattern at 60 yards. If you're shooting at one bird, that's a lone bird, you're okay. But if you're in a state where you can only kill 1 bird a day, I just killed 2 birds because they were standing too close to each other. They were probably, the birds' heads were probably about 2 or 3 feet apart. And enough of the pattern came over here that I got a BB in the kill zone and a few in the neck kill zone as well. So this is not the target. This was the innocent bystander standing next to the target. Heavy 18. All right, so one more shot at 60 yards. Since the Kent performed so well at the 40 and the 20 yard, we figured we'd go ahead and run the Kent at 60 with the expensive fancy rounds as well. So let's see how Kent does at 60. All right, so the Kent at 25 yards, I'll tell you what, that is a double dead turkey right there. Like it put it in real nice and tight. So that's Kent at 25. The Remington at 25, that one did well, nice and dead. So we're still good if you want to run the Remington Nitro there. The hevi-shot, this is the heavy number 5. I think the density of my pattern went up here, so that might be user error, but even so, we still got enough in the kill zone. That's a dead turkey. All right, now we're at 40 yards, and we've entered in the 2 expensive brands. My factory sights are set a little high, so I need to adjust those, but you still get the point here. At 40 yards, we still got some in the kill zone, but you can see the density of the pattern was up here, so I really just need to adjust my sights down, but it gives you an idea that the Heavy 18 doing a good job. Same story here with the Federal TSS. Plenty of pink polka dots here in the kill zone, some green ones as well. Once again, it was shooting high. After that shot, I decided to adjust my aiming point a little bit here. You've got your heavy number 5s here, and they're more off the side here, but you're still showing some density of pattern here. I overcorrected on that shot from this shot to that shot. I overcorrected, and so by the time I got back to the Remingtons, we were back on target. I knew where to aim with the number 6 Nitro turkeys. We got some in the kill zone there, but still slightly high. And then the Kent, of the inexpensive brands, the Kent was still the most impressive, both from the 20 to here at the 40 yard range. Got a bunch in the kill zone. Lots of little pink spots there, so that is a dead turkey. For the 60 yard, we only ran 3 of them. We ran the 2 TSS ones and the Kent shot. So here is the Heavy 18 TSS. Man, dead turkey at 60 yards, you know, put the pattern right on its head. You got all around it, but, you know, didn't get much down here in the breast meat, mainly up there on the head. Over here with the Federal TSS shot. Once again, 60 yards, dead turkey. You got it in the pink, got it in the yellow and the green there. So probably a little more spread out than the heavy. I was probably a little more impressed with the heavy than I was the TSS from the Federal, but still both really good shots. The Kent did so well. I said, you know what, let's stretch Kent out to 60, and you can tell there's a big difference. There's a big difference between the Kent. Look, I still got one right here. So that's potentially a dead turkey, potentially a wounded turkey. I can't say for sure. That might just be head meat. I don't know whether that actually contacted with skull or not. So I would not be confident at 60 yards with the Kent. However, with the Federal and the heavy, if I had to take a shot at 60, I feel like I could do it. All right, just side-by-side comparison of the two Federal TSS shots, the 40 and the 60. The 40, once again, I pulled that one slightly high because of where my sights were set, but you can see the density here, still a dead turkey. By the time I got at 60 yards, I knew where I was aiming, and I'm on target, and you can see difference in density there, but both of them are still a dead turkey. All right, so now here we are with the heavy 18. So here, this is the heavy TSS 18 there at 40 yards. Once again, that's when I was still shooting high, still a dead turkey, but you can see the density here versus the density over here at 60 yards. Can tell you, I mean, there's a slightly noticeable difference between the density, but it's not a dramatic difference. It's not a dramatic difference between 60 and 40. So once again, here at 60, I still feel very confident with this shot. And once again, the Kent is the only one that I shot at all three ranges. At 20 yards, absolutely obliterated that turkey's head. Come on over here to 40. The pattern definitely opens up quite a bit, but still adequate pattern for killing that turkey at 40. But at 60, I mean, look at the absolute difference. Not a 60-yard round at all. 40 would be my outer limits with that round. Well, guys, I had an absolute blast today. Literally because between the ammo I ran through this gun on camera and some of the things I shot off camera, probably did about 15 or so rounds of 3.5-inch 12 gauge Magnum, and I do this because I love y'all, okay? Let me give you a few suggestions. I ran different ranges of ammo: cheap ammo, medium range ammo, expensive ammo, and one of the ammo brands that I was surprised in more than one way. It wasn't on my radar when I wrote down the list of ammo I was going to go ammo shopping for. It wasn't even on my list, but when I was at the gun store, I just happened to see this box of Kent. And you know what, I'm going to pick this up. This right here, man, I would feel comfortable shooting this one at most of the typical turkey hunting ranges. Normally you're not making 60-yard shot. That's actually a question of ethics for a lot of people. I know in some of the turkey hunting forums, when I mentioned that I was going to test at 60 yards, some of them said, why would you even test that? We don't ever shoot that far. But for those of you who are shooting 40 and in, this Kent ammo is very good, very adequate. Like I said, destroyed the turkey target at 20 and did well at 40. Now, the two expensive brands that I ran this Federal Premium Heavyweight TSS. It's a number 9. It's 2¼ ounce shot. Once again, 12 gauge, 3.5-inch Magnum there. And then I ran this heavy 18, also a TSS, a number 9, 2¼ as well. They're both, this one's running at 1,200 feet per second, and this one's running at 1,250, so basically on the same page. From what I can see with my gun at the ranges I shot, I'm going to start the hunting season off with the heavy. I like that one the best. I've got 3 rounds of it left. If I play my cards right, I've got 3 tags. I'll tag out with this box. But if for some reason I end up like shooting a coyote or something with this, I've got this box as backup, and I have no problem with running some of this Kent as well. Like if I take my cameraman out hunting, I'll let him shoot the Kent, okay? But we had a great time out here testing this. I've got another video just talking about this shotgun, just sort of reviewing this new Henry shotgun. I've got a third video where I'm talking about why would you even want to hunt with a single shot 12 gauge for turkey in the first place. I recommend go check both of them out. One will be right here and one will be right there. God bless you, and go take your mountain.
Fiber optic sights are awesome.